guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Tonii. This is Business Life with Tonii. I talk about my journey through starting up a home service agency, non-medical, in Illinois, and I am just here to help. I didn't have the support when this was something that I was starting out, and I needed that so badly, so I kind of want to be for people what I did not have. If home service agencies, home health agency, anything, if you're doing a business startup, any of that interests you, please consider looking around the channel and subscribing. If you're a return subscriber, thank you for coming back again and again and again. Today I wanted to talk about setting yourself apart from your competitors and how important it is to stay in tune with what's going on. In one of my classes, we were just talking about, how uncomfortable it could be to shop around. And when I say shop around, I mean to shop with your competitors, to secretly shop with your competitors, to see what they're doing, what they're charging, what they're paying, and just like why the customers are going to them. What are the customers going to them for? Is it because something that they offer? Is it because the prices are cheap? Is it because they're showing up number one on Google? Like, what is the reason why everyone is flocking to them? And so to do some of the market research, you kind of have to secretly shop with them. And while that can be uncomfortable, it is an important step that you want to take. You definitely have to know what's out there. The market is the people. What are the people looking for? What are their ages? What is the, what is your target group? And then figuring out what are the prices that they're willing to pay? What are the prices that they're paying now? What area are they in? And, just figuring out those different things. The market is the people. And so sometimes the market can't take the prices. Whatever data that you figure out there while you're doing your market research, you want to come back and figure out how to make your agency better, how to make your agency stand out, because obviously there are several of them to choose from, and that's dependent on where you are. Here where I am, there's a lot to choose from. I would never say it's saturated, because you just never know. Sometimes people take into consideration a religious background. Sometimes, people choose agencies for a number of reasons, and I've referenced this before in one of my videos, but sometimes, if we are, there's a nail shop, there's one over here and there's one over there. We've never been to either one of them before. We might go to this one because it's on our way. We're already on this side of the street. We might go to that one because it's only called nails, so you think, oh, they must specialize in nails. They're called nails. We might go to that one because we see a bunch of their portfolios on the windows. This one might have a pink logo, and pink is my favorite color. So, initially when we don't know anything about them, we're gonna start probably with something that hits home to us. Oh, this is my favorite color. Oh, I had a dog named after that place before. Like, you just never know reasons why people are gonna choose these things. So my advice is to really just be yourself. Let your agency be your agency, but your agency is a part of you. But of course, you make your agency. So if your favorite color is green and you want to do green, do green. If your favorite color is orange and people are like, why would you do orange? That's such a weird color. People ask me, why would I do pink? And everybody compliments my colors. Everybody compliments my flyers and everything. It's like the first one to get picked up. I talked about this in my videos before as well. I went to a disability fair, and there's myself and another agency and people were coming to my table. I don't know, I got a lot of compliments on my colors and things. So like my setup was probably nice because of my colors. So don't let anybody talk you out of anything. If that's something that you want to do, go with what you want to do. Let your agency speak for itself. Let your agency show up for itself, and you are a part of your agency. So if you want to choose purple or pink, then do so. But yeah, definitely once they start to get it, once they finally choose an agency or a company to go with, then they'll start to look in it and see. Now, if they're shopping around, This is going to be beneficial to you, especially if you have a lot more to offer, if you're good with your wording, if you're good with professionalism and things like that, because when they're shopping around, they're going to get a lot of, we do this, we don't do that. Sometimes they don't mention everything. Sometimes they want you to reach out to list everything, and maybe you list some of the things on the flyer, maybe you list all of the things on the website, but just doing your research, seeing what's out there, seeing the majority of the needs in the community, seeing what the market can afford and things like that. Because once you do that, it doesn't really matter all of these things that people are listing. You could list the top 3 needs, and if that's what the people in the community are saying that they need, they don't even need to continue to look through. They want to call right now and ask to set up a home assessment. So if everybody in the community is saying top 3 picks that they need is housekeeping, grocery shopping, and transfers, and you have the 3 of those things listed in your flyer, and they're like, oh, I need that, oh, they have that, oh, they have that, I need that, they have that. So you've already sold them, because they're looking for someone to provide those 3 services. Say no more. For what? The only other thing they need to know is the prices, and sometimes that doesn't even matter, because you've done so much shopping around sometimes. Same thing with home care. I've shopped around so much for somebody to help me with home care, and I try to set in my head, okay, I'm not paying more than $60. I'm not paying more than $80. And when I didn't find any help, it was like, okay, if I had to, I would pay $100. If I had to, I would pay $1,000. And that number just kept shooting up. So sometimes that number doesn't even matter, especially when they start doing their research and they start seeing what's out there. So really what you should focus on is grabbing their attention, letting your light shine through your flyers, through your business cards, through your website. When you talk, making sure you have a clean appearance. First impression is best impression. Making sure you're very professional, you're kind, you're empathetic, and just showing up at your best. That's gonna catch their attention. I feel like making sure when you speak, you're speaking as if you're putting them first. You're thinking about the dollar last, and you're thinking about the client first, and you're always thinking, what can I do to help? What more can I do? I've already done that. What more can I do? And just take an initiative, even little gestures like you meet with them, you open the door, you hold the door, you ask, do they need anything? If you're meeting at if you're meeting at their home, just some things to do is just compliment them. I love your blouse. Oh, this furniture set is beautiful. Be considerate. Do you want me to take my shoes off? And be prepared when you get there. If they say yes, make sure you have socks if you're uncomfortable, or make sure you have like the Dollar Tree flip-flops and take the tag off in front of them. Just be considerate. And just those little things that you do, it just shows that you care. You took the extra mile, while somebody else that came to do a home assessment might just walk in, sit down, and get straight to it. Didn't ask any questions. How are you doing? Didn't compliment them, didn't have consideration for their beautiful carpet. So just always thinking about how much more pleasant you can be, how much more you can do, what else can you do, how much more can I offer, even in their home. Is it okay if we sit here? If this is your good furniture, we don't need to sit here. I could sit where, you want to sit in the kitchen, we can go sit in the kitchen. Just be considerate though. And letting them know, this is your home. You should be comfortable in your home. And I would even go off on a tangent on that, because, showing up, if my caregivers are going to be showing up here, you're going to need to be comfortable. Don't worry about me and sitting on your good furniture, because if my caregiver can't come in and sit on your good furniture, then I don't want to either. If my caregiver is going to have to come in and sit at your kitchen table when there's downtime, then we're going to sit at your kitchen table, because that's what's comfortable for you. We need you to be comfortable. You're the person that we're serving. So, I would even go off on that. But honestly, just think about it. I would go line for line. If they're, places that you want to call, check their website, check their flyers, match it up and see, if it matches up. See what services they're providing, what services they're not providing. And just, I'm gonna give 3 examples before I end the video. But I would say to add yourself to your agency and dig into your purpose and your why, your reasons, and things like that. So for myself, I love to travel. I love to see other people travel. I like to encourage people to travel. And even if it's not traveling, I would like to just go places in the community. I take my kids everywhere I think of, every place I see. If it's new and I'm interested, I'm intrigued, I go, I take my kids. We're always somewhere because I love just the idea of going places, trying things out, traveling. Like even if I'm home, it still feels like traveling to me if I've never been there before. So one of the things that I foster is inclusion, inclusivity, and resources. I talk a lot about I didn't have support. Because I didn't have support, I had to get out there and do research. I have a ton of resources. So that's something that I offer my community. I offer it to my employees. I offer it to the clients. So I'm really big on resources, and I'm really big on inclusivity. So that's what I bring to my agency. So if you're somebody that loves music, you play the saxophone for 10 years or something like that, you love music, you're just always singing, you're always humming, you're always dancing, you just love music, you can bring that to your agency. Maybe you can do musical therapy. I don't know, maybe you could do an annual dance for the seniors. Maybe instead of like lunch and learns, you could do like, just a small music therapy. You can have somebody come out if they specialize in music therapy, or set something up yourself if they're from let's see, what would they be from? The sandwich, the baby boomers. What am I talking about? The baby boomers. The baby boomers. So you want to get like the popular music from back in their day, and I'm just picturing it in my head, like how we'd be like, oh, that's my jam. Like I'm just picturing them like, oh, but yeah, you could do something musically. So mine was inclusivity, resources, music. I'm gonna say maybe food. I love to cook, and I love the artistry of cooking. I like to put it on the plate and make it look pretty. So something you can incorporate is healthy eating. So some families will have you, if you're gonna be the one preparing the meals, they will give you the card to go purchase the groceries because you're the one cooking. So you can incorporate something like that and have meal plans and have, this week we'll be cooking this, next week we'll be cooking this. Make sure you have the groceries or we can go get them for you. And then they always know that their family is eating healthy. There's no junk, there's no extra sugar, there's no extra salt, there is no salt at all. Focusing on protein and those things that keep your mind sharp. So that's another thing. If you love to cook, you can incorporate something like that within your agency. And I'm gonna say like yoga. I think another great thing, this is what I was thinking from my group home, but I've been through so much, I've experienced so much, I've seen so much, I have so many ideas, but it wasn't until I got into a car accident that I realized how important it is to stretch, and it doesn't matter what age you are. And it really does make you feel good, and it really does go a long way. And especially with seniors, 9 times out of 10, they're just sitting for hours. They sleep for a few hours, they get up, they sit to have breakfast, they're just sitting there. They sit to watch TV, they're just sitting there. Some get out and do things, they work out, they do range of motion, they are doing some things, but the ones that's not, it's very important that I'm gonna say, encourage them to move around and do things like that. So maybe you have exercises that you swap out weekly or monthly, and you do themes, or you could just really have fun with that, but definitely incorporate like healthy living and stretching and having in your newsletter like important facts about the body and the muscles and the organs and the things like that, and how you can help your muscles and tendons and organs, and how you can protect them, and be like proactive and preventative, and vitamins that help, so you can really take this far. Just think about what you really enjoy doing and let that shine through your agency as well. But that's what I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you have a hobby or interest or anything like that and you're not sure what you can bring to your agency to give it a little personality and characteristics, leave it in the comment section below, and then I can help you come up with something. If you need more assistance, like a one-on-one, it's more personal, regarding your state, regarding your agency or yourself, it's more personal, you can book a one-on-one session. My one-on-one sessions are now where you can book online, so you don't have to wait on me to email you. You don't have to wait for a confirmation. You don't have to do any of those things. You can book right online. What else? There's a Facebook group. The link will be in the description box below, so click on that and join us. You do have to answer all the questions. I don't nitpick with the way you answer the question. If I say, are you going to do this, and you say no, that is fine with me. I just need you to answer the questions, okay? But other than that, it was a pleasure bringing you this information. I hope you find value in it. If you watched this far, leave the snowflake emoji.